Hello, and welcome to today's video. I'm doing a book recommendation video, and I have 13 books here that I'm actually going to recommend you to try out, read, and see how you like it. The first one is called Have Yourself a Billionaire for Christmas. This book is small. This is by a black author, Tracy Lindsay. I like this author. I want to read some more books by her. Very short book, very good. Woo, it's got a little spice in it, and it's good, and I definitely like that book. That is one book. Whoops. That is one book I definitely would recommend. The next one is Mistletoe Hearts by Nina Malone. I think she's a black author as well. Another good book. I read this book. This book took me like a couple days to read it. But once I got into it, I could not put the book down. I could not set it down. The first book I just showed you, I gave it a 4.5 stars. I gave this one a 4.5 stars. They're very good books. I would recommend them. Especially if you're looking for good Christmas book. Good Christmas books to read for Christmas time. Check that out. The next book I want to talk about is The Greatest You by Trent Shelton. He does have another book out. I do want to buy his other book. I love Trent Shelton so much. This book changed my life. I've said many a times in videos and on social media that I've done some bad things in my past. I have not been doing them. I have changed. I've grown up a little bit and changed. And this book helped as well as me changing a little bit. The next one is by Lisa William Kane, and it's Seasons of Changes. And this is a book series. This is the last book in the series, and I want to get book 1 through 4. This is book 5, I believe. I gave this book a 5 freaking stars. Greatest You, 5 stars. These two books I gave 5 stars. This is a really good book. If you have kids that are like preteens, this book would be good for them, like in junior high. Kids, elementary kids, I'd say 5th graders can read this book too. 4th and 5th graders, maybe third graders too. But it's a good book, and I do want to get the other books. I got that book at a Christian bookstore, and it is Sisters in the Seasons is the name of the book, and it's really good. Another book that I am totally in love with was Refuge. If you have not read this book, oh my god, this book is so amazing. I gave it a 4.5 stars. A really good book. Trust me, you'll like the book. Read it. The next book is one of my favorite books of all times, and I have read this book 3 times already. And I still, next year, going to read it again next year. It's on one of my TBR books for next year, and it's by Colleen Hoover, and that is Verity. Oh my god, the ending of this book is amazing. This book is amazing. I give this book 5. I think I give this book 5 stars. I give this book 5 stars. Amazing. You know, for some of you that are new to my channel, probably don't know me that well, but I do put a sticky note in there, and I write down a number. Like if I get 5 stars, I put 5 stars. I want to read this book again and again, and I will be reading it next year. I also bought this book for a good friend of a good friend of mine, but I have not gave it to her yet. I'm hoping when I do give it to her, it'll be probably her first Colleen Hoover book as she's ever read, and I'm hoping she likes it. This book, as you can tell, has got some wear and tear in it. I have read this book in the bathtub, finished it. It is hard as a rock down here because it got wet. This book did get a little wet. It's floppy. You can tell I've been reading it. It's really floppy. I've read this book like 6-7 times already. and it's by Allie Hazelwood, and it is Bride. And I gave this book, I think, a 4.5 stars. I love the writing in this book. I didn't think I was going to like this book. I really, honestly, I didn't think I was going to like this book, but I did. And I do like this book, but I definitely thinking of buying a new one because it's hard as a rock down here. But probably not. I'll probably still keep this book anyway. But I had my husband buy me this book. Actually, I got it for Mother's Day this past year. And I love it. It's one of my Mother's Day gifts. Another book that I read, and this book is a pretty heavy, thick book. This book took me 3 days to read. I was shocked. It's by Louise Penny, and it's called Glass House. It is in a book series. I think I got this book when I was 47 years old. I don't remember what number this book is in a book series, but it is in a book series, and this is one of my favorite books. I did not read book 1 and so forth, but I did read this one, and I like this book. This book is at my library in paperback, and I was thinking of getting it for my good friend, the one that I bought Verity for. So she will have a copy as well. Another one of my favorite books, and I've read it more than once. That is A Silent Patient by Alex McLeod. And yes, I bought her this book in paperback too for her to read. I love this book as well. Then we have 2 books by Gillian Flynn, and we have Dark Places I recommend, and Sharp Objects. These books, let's see, I think I gave these books, I was about to say, 4.5 stars. Yeah, I gave them 4.5 stars. This book here, The Silent Patient, I gave 5 stars. Another book, A Deadly Game of Magic. This book was amazing. I give this book a 4.5 stars. I love this book. It's a small book, but yes, I would definitely read this book again. And I even thought about giving this book to my friend, but buying it for her. Keeping this one, but buying one for her as well. Another book is Gardenia. Another good book. I took this book with me on my vacation trip that me and my husband went on, and it took me 2 days to read it. I got it done in 2 days, and I really liked the book. I was into it. I could not leave. I gave the book, I believe, 5 stars. It's basically the girl understands. She knows exactly when you're going to die, how many minutes, hours, and time until you die. So it's good. This book I read more than once. Then She Was Gone by Lisa Joel. I definitely give this book 5 stars when I read it the first time. I read this book years ago, and then again I read it, and then I found this book, and it was there at the library in pristine condition. And I was on my gotta buy list. This one, I was just got to finish reading this book today, The First Shot, A Parallel to The Last Mrs. Parrish. I give this book a 5 stars. This book was amazing, and it is just as good as The Last Mrs. Parrish, which I can't really say that because I haven't read The Last Mrs. Parrish, but it is a good book, and I do want to read The Last Mrs. Parrish. 2 more books to go. Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. Love the book. At first I thought this was going to be a thriller, and it's not. It's a romantic love story, and it's amazing. I love it. And I'm going to read this book again. I am going to pick maybe some books and do rereads. The Summer I Turned Pretty is another book I give a 4.5 stars to. This book is good. I do need to read book 2 and 3 of this one. I have not read it. Hopefully I can find them and get it, because I saw this one at the library for 50 cents and bought it. So those are the books that I recommend for you to read. Until next time, bye. Hope you enjoyed this video, and go check out some of these books to read them. And if you have read some of these books, let me know. Bye-bye.